In the hustle and bustle of modern life, amidst the noise of technology and the never-ending worries, the ability to be fully present in the moment has become more valuable than ever. As taught by the Buddha, we are invited to return to ourselves, to recognize the profound power hidden within each present moment, and from there, to open the door to true peace. On the spiritual journey, the illusions of the past and future act like misty veils that obscure the mind, causing us to forget the present, the only moment that truly exists. When we pause to listen to the call of our hearts, we realize that memories of regret, nostalgia for what has passed, or dreams of the future are merely fleeting illusions, nothing truly permanent. Old memories, whether of joyful moments or painful failures, gradually become faded images that the mind does not consciously seek but unconsciously clings to. They are like pieces of a past picture, an unchangeable painting that keeps us trapped in a cycle of emotions, sometimes filled with regret, sometimes with sorrow. Likewise, anxieties about the future, from baseless fears to unrealistic fantasies, loom like lurking shadows, continuously creating fractures in the soul. According to the Buddha's teachings, we are reminded that all things are transient. The only true reality is the present moment, where we fully live with each breath and each genuine emotion. When we learn to let go of the past and not allow worries about the future to dominate us, we open the door for our minds to be free, to settle, and to discover the true essence of life. This act of letting go does not mean forgetting, but is instead a process of mindfulness, an awareness of the present without being swept away by thoughts of the past or assumptions about an unrealized future. This perspective not only brings tranquility, but also allows us to embrace every experience with an open heart. When we free ourselves from the constraints of the past and do not let the future overshadow the present, we will realize that each moment holds valuable lessons and opportunities for growth. The heart becomes lighter, the mind clearer, and life begins to be adorned with wonders, even in the simplest things. Through mindfulness practice, we learn to observe our minds honestly, to recognize when we are caught up in the past or anxious about the future, and gradually shift our focus inward, back to the present. It is there that we find comfort, freedom, and lasting happiness. This is not merely a philosophical concept, but a liberating way of living, helping us overcome unnecessary worries and suffering, thereby leading a more fulfilling and meaningful life. When we embark on the journey of living fully in each moment, we do not simply drift with time, but learn to deeply feel each breath, each gust of wind, and each heartbeat. Living in the present brings immense mental and physical benefits, opening up a new worldview filled with creativity and inspiration. First and foremost, focusing on the present makes us more aware of what is happening around us. This awareness helps reduce stress and anxiety, emotions that often arise from clinging to the past or fearing the future. As pressures and burdens gradually dissolve, the mind becomes clearer, paving the way for wisdom and the ability to make sound decisions in each moment. This is the foundation for cultivating a peaceful and healthy mind. Additionally, living fully in the present allows us to connect more deeply with ourselves. When we pause to listen to our inner voice, we recognize our core values, thereby nurturing self-respect and self-love. This not only enhances our relationship with ourselves, but also radiates positivity, fostering genuine connections with others. Every conversation, every glance, Every gesture becomes more meaningful when carried out in a state of deep awareness. Moreover, being present helps us appreciate the simple yet profound aspects of life. Instead of being consumed by unnecessary worries, we learn to be grateful for small things: the morning sunlight, the song of a bird, or a loved one's smile. These moments, though simple, hold great power, helping us overcome difficulties and find joy in each new day. Finally, practicing mindfulness in every moment opens the door to self-development. Every experience, whether joyful or sorrowful, carries valuable lessons that help us grow and deepen our understanding of life. When we learn to let go of grudges, regrets, or fears, the soul becomes lighter and more flexible, ready to embrace challenges with optimism and openness. Thus, the benefits of living in the present go beyond merely reducing stress and anxiety. It is a journey of self-discovery and soul nourishment, laying a solid foundation for a fulfilling and meaningful life. When we learn to live in the present, every moment becomes precious, filled with wonder, leading to a brighter future where happiness and fulfillment are not just dreams, but a living reality in every passing second. In Buddhist tradition, living fully in each moment is not only a lesson in mindfulness, but also the root of enlightenment. The Buddha once taught, "The past is gone, the future has not yet come. Only the present is the true reality." This serves as a reminder that all worries and tensions stem from clinging to things that cannot be changed, the past that has passed, and the future that remains an illusion. One of the most well-known teachings is the Satipatthana Sutta, the Discourse on Mindfulness. In this discourse, the Buddha outlines four foundations of mindfulness: the body, feelings, mind, and phenomena. Through this, he teaches that observing the present moment clearly and without judgment helps us recognize the signs of suffering and ultimately free ourselves from affliction. This lesson helps us understand that every breath and sensation carries a valuable message, guiding us toward the true nature of life. A well-known story in Buddhist teachings is that of a young monk who was once consumed by worries about the past and fears of the future. One day his master instructed him to sit under a tree and focus only on the sound of the wind through the leaves and the cheerful chirping of birds. In those moments of stillness, he realized that only when his mind was at peace and attentive to the present did all worries dissolve. This story not only illustrates the power of mindfulness, but also serves as a life lesson that when we truly live in each moment, all sorrows and anxieties are dissolved by the light of awareness. The teaching of impermanence, anicca, is also a fundamental pillar of Buddhist thought. The Buddha taught all things, all emotions are constantly changing. If we try to hold on to the past or attach ourselves to the future, we only create suffering for ourselves. Instead, if we learn to let go and focus solely on the present, we will find inner freedom and deep peace. Additionally, the teachings of Zen Master Thich Nhat Hanh emphasize the importance of living fully in the present. He often said, "Each present moment is an opportunity to live fully and love life." Thus, every time we practice mindfulness, whether in breathing, walking, or enjoying a meal, we not only nourish our souls but also cultivate a profound connection with ourselves and the world around us. When we release the burdens of the past and do not let worries about the future disturb our minds, daily stress gradually dissipates. Living in the present helps us focus on our actions, emotions, and thoughts in the moment, thereby reducing unnecessary troubles. Studies have shown that mindfulness practice can lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, improving both mental and physical health. This not only enhances alertness in work, but also fosters healthy relationships, as a peaceful soul becomes more approachable and receptive. A quintessential example of this is the Satipatthana Sutta, the discourse on mindfulness. In this discourse, the Buddha outlines four foundations for practicing mindfulness: the body, feelings, mind, and mental objects. He teaches that by observing the present moment with clarity and non-judgment, we can recognize the signs of suffering and, from there, free ourselves from afflictions. Through this lesson, we understand that each breath, each sensation carries a valuable message, helping us realize the true nature of life. One story recounted in Buddhist teachings is about a young monk who was once consumed by worries about the past and fears of the future. One day, under the guidance of his teacher, he was invited to sit under a tree and focus only on the sound of the wind rustling through the leaves and the lively songs of birds around him. In those moments of stillness, he realized that only when the mind is at peace and fully present in the moment do all worries gradually dissolve. This story not only illustrates the power of mindfulness, but also serves as a life lesson. When we truly live in each moment, all sorrow and anxiety dissolve in the light of awareness. The lesson on impermanence, anicca, is also a fundamental pillar of Buddhist thought. The Buddha taught that all things, all emotions are constantly changing. If we try to cling to the past or attach ourselves to the future, we only bring more suffering upon ourselves. Instead, if we learn to let go and focus solely on the present, we will discover inner freedom and profound peace. Furthermore, the teachings of Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh emphasize the importance of fully living in the present. He often said, "Each present moment is an opportunity to live fully and love life." Therefore, whenever we practice mindfulness, whether in breathing, walking, or enjoying a meal, we not only nourish our soul, but also cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. The connection between mind and body, between past, present, and future, is clearly manifested in daily Buddhist practices. Each mindfulness exercise, no matter how simple, such as pausing to feel the warmth of sunlight or listening to the sound of falling rain, serves as a reminder of the preciousness of the present. When our mind becomes clear, every emotion, whether joy or sadness, becomes a lesson that helps us grow on the path to enlightenment. Thus, the teachings of Buddhism not only show us how to live with mindfulness, but also open a door to inner freedom and lasting happiness. Every present moment, when lived with gratitude and love, helps us break free from the chains of the past and the anxieties of the future. Let the Buddha's teachings, through the Satipatthana Sutta, through stories, and through the wisdom of Zen masters, become a source of inspiration, guiding us to true peace and joy in the heartbeat of life. The benefits of living in the present extend beyond reducing stress or anxiety. They open a gateway to deep awareness and appreciation for each passing second. When we dedicate our full attention to the present, we are not merely drifting through time, but learning to experience everything around us with an open and refined heart. By letting go of past burdens and not allowing worries about the future to disturb our mind, daily stresses gradually fade. Living in the present helps us focus on our actions, emotions, and thoughts in the moment, thereby reducing unnecessary disturbances. Many studies have shown that practicing mindfulness can lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, improving both mental and physical health. This not only enhances our clarity at work, but also fosters healthier relationships as a lighter and more accessible spirit emerges. When we fully embrace each moment, every experience becomes a valuable lesson. Imagine sipping a cup of tea, not merely as a routine, but truly tasting its flavor, feeling its warmth, and appreciating the beauty of existence in every second. Practicing mindfulness according to the Buddha's teachings, as found in the Satipatthana Sutta, allows us to uncover deeper layers of our mind, our emotions, thoughts, and automatic reactions. Through this, we not only gain a clearer understanding of ourselves, but also develop the ability to respond to life's challenges with flexibility and wisdom. A present mind fosters genuine connections with those around us. When we listen attentively to others, not just hearing their words, but also sensing the emotions behind their stories, we open a door to profound and humane communication. Empathy, sharing, and truly acknowledging the presence of others become even more profound when we live fully in each moment. This not only enriches our personal lives, but also strengthens communities where people grow and support one another. Each present moment holds wonders, from the smile of a loved one, the morning light, to the sounds of nature. When we become fully aware of and cherish these small details, gratitude naturally arises within us. Gratitude not only soothes the soul, but also generates a positive energy that helps us face difficulties and turn challenges into learning opportunities. The Buddha once taught, "A grateful heart is the foundation of happiness." By appreciating the present, we lay the groundwork for a fulfilled and meaningful life. Living in the present is a journey of self-discovery, unveiling the deepest aspects of our being. Each moment is an opportunity to understand our true nature, from hidden emotions to deep-seated aspirations. Mindfulness practice reveals that every change, whether positive or negative, carries valuable lessons. As we learn to accept and grow from each experience, we gradually build resilience, strength, and confidence to navigate life's challenges. To live in the present is to flow in harmony with life, allowing us to find peace and happiness in the simplest things. The spiritual, physical, and social benefits of focusing on the present moment stand as evidence of mindfulness's power, a practice validated over centuries through the Buddha's teachings and the wisdom of Zen masters like Thich Nhat Hanh. When we embrace each moment fully, suffering and anxiety give way to inner freedom, a state of mind that not only helps us overcome adversity, but also opens the door to a truly meaningful and fulfilling life. Presence is not passive acceptance of life, as it is but an active, conscious choice toward deep awareness and love for ourselves. As we embark on the path of mindfulness, we not only learn to let go of past burdens and worries about the future, but also open the door to experiencing true joy and fulfillment. The Buddha's teachings are not merely abstract philosophy, but a practical guide to overcoming psychological struggles and finding peace in every breath of life. In Buddhist teachings, letting go does not mean abandoning emotions or forgetting past memories. Rather, it is about learning to perceive everything truthfully without attachment. When we release our worries, we allow ourselves the freedom to create and live fully in the present. This is akin to pausing in the middle of a flowing river. Only in that moment of stillness can we truly hear the sound of the water, smell the scent of the earth, and sense the vibrant life of nature. Through this, we learn that each present moment holds its own intrinsic value, which cannot be measured by concerns about the past or anxieties about the future. One of the most well-known stories in Buddhism is that of Kisa Gotami, a mother overwhelmed with grief after losing her only child. In her despair, she approached the Buddha, hoping to find a cure for her pain. Instead of offering her an immediate solution, the Buddha asked her to bring him a mustard seed from a household that had never experienced death. As she searched, Kisa Gotami realized that no one was exempt from loss, for death is an inevitable part of life. Through this journey, she gradually understood the lesson of impermanence, anicca, that all phenomena, whether joy or suffering, are temporary and cannot be clung to forever. This story not only emphasizes the importance of letting go of the past to embrace the present, but also encourages us to accept life's changes as a natural part of existence. Another well-known metaphor used by the Buddha is the story of the poisoned arrow. In this analogy, a person wounded by a poisoned arrow represents suffering and pain. Instead of inquiring about the origin of the arrow, the type of poison, or who shot it, the wounded person should focus immediately on removing the arrow to begin healing. Through this, the Buddha emphasizes that when faced with suffering, we should not waste time and energy on unnecessary questions. Instead, we should focus on addressing the present issue, removing the arrow that is causing us pain. This metaphor encourages us to fully live in the present moment, confront and resolve our difficulties without being distracted by endless thoughts about the past or future. Both stories convey profound messages about embracing the present and living each moment fully. Kisa Gotami's story teaches us that suffering and loss are unavoidable aspects of life, but through them, we learn how to let go and find inner liberation. Meanwhile, the poisoned arrow metaphor highlights the importance of focusing on solving present pain rather than allowing unnecessary thoughts to pull us away from peace. These lessons are not only philosophical, but also highly practical in modern life, where people often become entangled in endless worries about the past and future. Recognizing that everything is impermanent and that only the present is real helps us cultivate peace, inner freedom, and an open heart to welcome whatever comes our way. The examples and stories above invite us to pause, listen, and truly experience each moment of existence, because it is only in those moments that we can discover true peace and build a fulfilling, meaningful life. Gratitude serves as a bridge connecting us to the present. When we appreciate the simple things, a fragrant cup of tea, the morning light, or a loved one's smile, we begin to realize that happiness does not come from grand or distant achievements, but is hidden in the ordinary moments of daily life. The Buddha once taught, "A grateful heart is the foundation of happiness." Therefore, gratitude not only soothes the soul, but also radiates positive energy, transforming each moment into a precious gem on the journey of life. Accepting the present is an ongoing journey, one of self-love and inner discovery. Each day, with every breath, we learn to face ourselves, our joys, sorrows, failures, and successes. This journey teaches us that inner freedom is not an ultimate destination, but a continuous process of self-exploration and growth. Every step, whether slow or stumbling, contributes to shaping who we are, opening new horizons of wisdom and compassion. Through examples from the Satipatthana Sutta, the story of the monk under the Bodhi tree, the lesson of impermanence, and the practice of gratitude, we realize that embracing the present is not just a method of mental liberation, but also a way of life for facing all challenges. When we learn to live each moment fully, difficulties and sorrow gradually fade, making room for inner peace and true joy. Let each present moment become a journey of self-discovery, a step closer to spiritual freedom and lasting happiness. This is the essence of Buddhist teachings, a path passed down through generations, opening new horizons for the mind and life of every one of us.